Ron Goodall, FightHype.com. I'm here joined with super future superstar Emiliano Vargas, who makes his ring return September 20th in Glendale, Arizona on the Jaime Munguia undercard. First and foremost, how excited you to be back, man?
I'm excited, man. It's there's no feeling like Arizona. Arizona, a bunch of Mexican fans. I'm super excited. Love fighting in Arizona. I've had some of my best performances in Arizona, and great food after. Just great vibes, man. I'm super excited, and this will be my third time on ESPN Live, so I'm looking to make it a big showing. We're putting in all the work, man, and every fight's a big fight, but definitely this one is going to be a big step up, big Mexican crowd, Jaime Munguia on the main event. So I'm looking to steal the show. I'm looking to steal the show. I know Jaime's doing his thing. I know Cortez is doing his thing, the co-main event, but Vargas is always looking to steal the show.
He put his tweet out saying like, I'm on my Manny Pacquiao. I'm doing 30 rounds
Yeah,
and such
man.
like that. Is that true? Like, yo, you really putting like 30 rounds of work a day?
Very true. Very true. We're stepping it up a notch. Definitely, I know that we don't want to be front runners. We want to be 12 round fighters. Even though I'm fighting an 8 rounder, I want to be a 12 round. I did 10 rounds today sparring. I'm doing 12 rounds Saturday. We're pushing the limits on everything. We're trying to get in two fresh guys. We're doing everything necessary as far as just making sure we look our best come fight night. I know every time, like I said, it's gonna be a bigger showing, and I just want to show the boxing world, man, that the Vargases are here to stay. And there's a lot of talk about this fighter and that fighter, and so I'm gonna put a lot of people on notice come September 20th, and they can keep on talking. Something
You
to talk
know,
about.
you mentioned like this fighter and that fighter. Like, you don't mind me asking like who some of the fighters that you're referring to or potentially
No,
that
no, no,
you're
yeah,
hearing?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it's a crazy thing to see, and I even tweeted that too. Some of my favorite fighters, are getting older. All these fighters are 27, 28, they're 30, they're 32. So there's a new wave of boxing coming. I know there's a lot of great fighters out there. Especially at the 135, 140. You got great fighters like Carmel, you got great fighters like Abdullah, you got great fighters that Top Rank is putting together just for great fights, man. And
Mhm.
I'm super excited. I know that we're the next wave of superstars to come, and there's a lot of great fights to make. So I'm excited.
You make a great point of like that transition, right? Like, some of those fighters might be like, the Shakurs, the Devons, like they're about to kind of have their fights, kind of like how Terrence and
Right,
Spence and all them kind
right,
of cleared out, and then all of a sudden the new guys come in, right? And
right.
you know, I'm gonna be super generic in this like question, but it seems like everyone is matching that next, Pacquiao, Floyd, or Spence, Crawford as
Yeah,
you and Abdullah, like that. Everyone just keeps
right.
saying Abdullah, Emiliano, you guys just keep wrecking and knocking dudes out like
Yeah,
nonstop.
he's
Like,
a he's a great fighter, man. I'll take nothing away from him. At the end of the day, he's doing what he's supposed to be doing. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. And obviously it doesn't make sense now. When we have both have straps and there's more on the line and there's more, you know what I'm saying? You gotta tease the fans a little bit more.
mhm.
So I'm super excited. I know that fight will happen. Like I said, he's a great fighter. I got nothing bad to say about him. He's actually a great person. Every time we see each other, we dab each other up, and he's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. And when the time comes, and I know it'd be a great big fight, and a lot of cross promotion and a lot of superstar, factor to it. So I'm excited about it.
Absolutely. And that's something like you said, when all the marbles, when it makes sense, you guys
Right,
might be the
right.
next undisputed welterweight fight, going on, or maybe super, middleweight.
And
But in the meantime, I do know that you only, I think this might be like your 12th fight coming up. And, I believe your dad got his first title at 15.
yeah.
Do you think that could potentially happen? Like, I know that you mentioned it, you talked about it.
So we got another 2 or 3 more fights before the year's out. I want to say super busy. I know Top Rank's doing a hell of a job with that, and you know, especially this one, man. It's ESPN Live and Glendale, Arizona, big arena, and it's there's a lot of eyeballs going to be on this. I'm gonna make a great showing come this one, and you know, we talk with Top Rank, we talk with the matchmakers, everything, and I'm very ambitious. You know, I want the world now, and um, you know, a year and a half is where we're looking to become world champion and you know, just getting the experience. I think a couple more, one or two more 8 rounders, and then we start with maybe a 10 rounder, you know, in January or February. So looking to stay real busy, get the experience, and
Mhm.
you know, become more champion, man.
Do you think, because like once you become a world champion, right, you don't get no more like soft touches or developmental fights, right? You're one of the guys and everyone wants to go after you, right? And a lot of times boxing pundits, right, I'm sure you've heard where your dad has broke history, right? The youngest super middleweight champion.
Yeah,
And essentially from that point he was just taking I mean junior weight welterweight a champion and he just took all the tough fights, like pound for pound guys. Like he took the Tito Trinidad, he took the De La
yep,
Hoya fight, like
yep.
back to back. And some people said, and he was like this close of just beating both. Some people just like, if he just was slowed down just a little bit, he would have beaten all those guys. But because of that position of being a champion so early and having to do those things, did you kind of study and learn a little bit about that? And do you feel like if you're that guy at the age of
You
21?
can't you can't replicate that. My dad is who he is. At the end of the day, he's a warrior, and he's someone with, and he tells me all the time, look, you have balls. You know what I'm saying? Look, but when the time comes to show him, you're gonna show him. But we'll box. We'll look smart. We don't gotta get a hit, you know. But when the time does come to show the world that you have them, I pray it never comes. He says, you know. But when it comes time, then you're gonna show them. So at the end of the day, it's in my blood. I love my dad to death. There's nobody like him, and you can't replicate it, man. You know, so he's definitely a legend in his era. You know, when there was nothing but killers walking around, and you know, I wouldn't try to be like my dad. I want to be my own fighter. You know, my dad's a legend in his own respect, and I want to carve my own path. I want, you know, my kids to be as proud as I am to be my dad's son, you know. So and my dad says it all the time, you know, he's living through my eyes, not having a father and my dad being there. It's the best thing in the world. And I just want to continue to keep on winning, knocking these dudes out and just I'm winning in boxing, I'm winning in life, man. So this is something that I truly love to do. And I just want to win. That's it.
Awesome. My last couple questions, and just kind of rolling, that statement you're saying, it is in your bloodline, right? Ironically, you got a first round knockout and a second round knockout, just like your dad in his first and second fight. And so it just mirrors, but then your careers, started to shift and you became your own individual. So just kind of,
I had the same referee that my dad had for his pro debut. I had it for my debut. It's crazy. People don't know that. It was crazy. We're having a thing backstage of that Triller thing, and you know we almost sold the forum out. Me and my brothers, we almost sold
yeah.
it out. Man, it was a great experience, but I didn't mean to cut you off, man. I just thought
No,
it
no,
was something.
you're adding to it. I didn't even know that. So that's just bad. But
Yeah,
what's
yeah,
cool is like your story's still split from that point
right.
like this. So um and so with that, my last couple questions is that there was kind of a bloodline fight, right? The Garcias, right? And I know you've been asked many times, 1 point for the Vargas, boom, right? But you and Ryan face to face, maybe 2-0, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
is that the fight that we can see down, right?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, man, our team is putting together something with his brother again. And you know, we talked to Ryan and look, he's doing his own thing. He's say what you want to say, world champion or not, or whatever it is. This dude is you know, uh, you know, making a lot of money and he doesn't need a belt. So say what you want to say, he's a great fighter. He just beat an undisputed fighter. And you know, he wants me to be his last fight before he goes out. So, you know, whenever that is, and but we'll see. So I'm just worried about my next fight, September 20th. I know I can't become world champion if I don't get past that guy. So, Larry Fryers, I'm gonna fry that boy. I'm gonna fry that boy.
Awesome. And my very last question, I don't know if anyone got a chance to talk to you after LA. Just what happened with you and Keyshawn? Was it just fighters, just being fighters, right? Just kind of like, what's up? We
No,
were on.
look, the thing is this, I guess his brother, his older brother, I don't know if it's older, his younger brother, but his other brother was beefing with my brother, and they were getting into it, whatever. And bro, we were de-escalating things. Like, all right, bro, like, cut it, like, go over there, whatever. And he tried putting his finger in my face. I'm not, bro. At the end of the day, look, I may look like it, I may not look like a fighter or this or that, or, but at the end of the day, you're not gonna disrespect me, you know. Um, Try putting his finger in my face, um, slapped it, and we just got broken up. But you know, I'm not gonna be disrespected. At the end of the day, if you think that, just because I'm from this family or just because I may not look like a typical fighter or this or that, look, you could get it. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could get it. I'm not to be disrespected, and my father's always told me since I was a kid, if you disrespect somebody, disrespects you, you disrespect them to the tenth fold. But with everybody else, it's nothing but respect. But I mean, look, man, he's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong. Um, but attention brings money. You got to have attention. You know what I'm saying? He's beating all these fighters, and nobody's really heard about him if you're not in the boxing world. You walk down the street, you ask somebody who's Keyshawn Davis, nobody knows who that is. So, I definitely, and I mean this with all respect. I believe me and my family, we're more than boxing. I think as far as we're not in a box. So I just definitely do believe that some people are envious of that, and look, man, regardless, I box because I'm a competitor. Just because I don't come from the trenches or I don't come from this or I don't, doesn't mean that I don't bust my ass or I'm not like you or you know I, I'm a competitor, and if you think you can beat me, then let's see. It's as simple as that, So I train to not lose. Definitely, I keep that in the back of my head because at the end of the day, if I picture myself, and I do that all the time. I picture myself losing, or I picture myself this. It makes me work so much harder. Getting embarrassed in front of everybody, and it's kind of like the Mike Tyson thing. But on a side note, it's just that's what the whole thing was about. And um, regardless, he's gonna do his thing. I'm gonna do my thing. Whether we get it on, we get it on. If not, he has to be a big money draw. At the end of the day, if Top Rank was to put something together, they could put something together, but it has to make sense. So
Well, for the fight fans that will be tuning in September 20th, or just rolling up in Glendale, Arizona, wanting to see some knockouts because we know that's what you're going to deliver. What can you tell the fight fans that's just watching this interview, and any last message to the fans out there?
no, a toda mi raza, estoy muy agradecido por todo el apoyo. Ahí vamos a estar en Glendale, Arizona, a la Finiquera. Ahí vamos con todo, puro general. Ahí viene su general, and to everybody else, man, thank you for all the love and support. I'm young in my career. I just want to learn and put on great fights. And all these fighters worrying about an 11-0 fighter. So I'm shooting for 12-0, and I just want to be the best fighter I can be.